All right, guys. A video game pickups for December and January, last 2 months. I picked up a PlayStation TV from Toys R Us. Another one of those scenarios. I made a video back in I think November, just talking about some of the clearance items that were at Toys R Us, and this was one of them. This was $17.99 on clearance. And it allows me to play some video games. Um, Two of the games I've already bought were some that I was testing it out on, and I'm really not real wild about too many other games. I'm not real like I have. There's not very many video games that I feel like I have to go after, but the two that I do have, I'm glad I have, and even if I just kind of stop there, it'll make this purchase worth it. Just even if I only experience two games on it. Um, but yeah, PlayStation TV, it works with my PlayStation 3 controller. It just hooks up with an HDMI cord, and it works just fine. I'm happy with it. It just plugged it in and I just started playing a game. It was fine. Buy two get one, a PlayStation 3 game, Tales of Zestiria. Um, I'm I have not played it yet, but I kind of wish I would have got the Tales of Vesperia because I had read up more after I bought this that was a really good Tales of game, and this was not bad, but not as good as Vesperia apparently. So it's hard to keep track of all the Tales of games, but when it's buy two get one, and I'm trying to find something I might be interested in, I was fine with getting this. I just have not played it. I haven't played too many of the Tales of games, but I know that they're action RPGs, and that's typically what I like to play versus slower strategy RPGs or turn-based. They're not bad. Turn-based is not bad. It's I gotta be in the right mindset to play those games. All right. A few PSP games. Power Stone Collection for the PSP and the Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins for the PSP. I have been kind of watching these on eBay probably back since like August, and I've just been kind of like aggressively bidding on auctions and just hoping for the best. And these are two scenarios where I got pretty lucky. I think I got them for under 15, both of them. Not together, but about $15 each, which is good because I know that they're they usually go for a little bit more than that. I'm not saying they're like $40 games, but they're definitely not like little rinky dink 4.99 games on eBay. But they're there's not too many PSP games I want to try to go after, but these are two that I was pretty excited to try to add. I still have Power Stone 2 on Dreamcast, but it would be nice to, if I wanted to play Power Stone, to just be able to play it on this. I think it's an awesome little package to have, and same with Ghosts and Goblins, the just side-scrolling uh, action game that just is really fun to experience. Something that I never got a chance to play because I never had a PSP. Um, Picked up a PlayStation 4 Diablo clone called Victor Vran Overkill Edition, and I don't remember how much I paid for it. And it was like around maybe somewhere between 16 and 19.99, but it was a good deal. I mean, at the time, like I know this has kind of reduced in price. I got it like early in December. I was kind of suckered in to, well, I shouldn't say suckered in. eBay does a nice job every so often throughout a year's time. They'll send emails out saying like you have 12 hours to take advantage of a $15 off coupon if you spend 75. So it's really great if like you can find items that will total up to 75, because then you end up getting it for 60. And if a lot of that's all free shipping, those are really great deals, because I typically I've taken advantage of those before in the past, and I can get like about four games, and I try to just creatively make sure I'm getting a game that's got free shipping and get to about right around 75. So then when it's all said and done, it ends up being almost every game. If I get about three or four, it's like taking off $4 or $5 off of every game, and that's I love when eBay does that, because I'm usually like always suckered into doing it, because it's not that $60 isn't that bad, especially if you're going after games that you've been really looking out for. And it typically works best if you do buy it now, because you don't have the time to wait for an auction to end. But Victor Vran is good. I played a few hours of it. I'd like to go back to it. It gets to be monotonous, but that's what top-down action RPGs tend to be. Except it's just that it keeps it kind of fresh by giving you new equipment, new stuff that you come across, just like Diablo's very similar too. So it's a good game if you're looking for something that's not Diablo. It's not really amazing as far as the story, but it's got overall a really good package overall. For You can see the price there. I paid less than $2 for this at a pawn shop. This is God of War Ascension, and I've been kind of in a kick to play. I'm really my goal is to play through all the God of War games, and I was happy to find this for $2. I was like, I'll definitely get that. This is one of the only God of War games I do not own, or did not own. Now I do. But last year I got into a big kick of like playing through series of games that like I just have kind of an interest in replaying, or games that like I feel that I just don't remember them well enough that it's worth my time to go back through again. I did that with a bunch of the Resident Evil games. I didn't play every single Resident Evil game, but I played a lot. I probably beat about at least 4 or 5. I'd say almost five, at least 5, maybe 6 Resident Evil games. I played all 3 Dead Space games. I didn't play the game on Wii, Extraction. I played through the Max Payne series, and I played through the Gears of War series. So some other ones that I'm real interested in besides God of War, I'm almost done Ascension, so I'm trying to play them in the order of the way that the actual series would make sense. It's still kind of convoluted, but I want to play through the God of War series. I'm interested in playing through Prince of Persia, and getting the PlayStation 3 trilogy version of Prince of Persia. I have a slight desire to play through the Halo games, even though I obsessively played through the Halo games throughout most of my 20s. And now that I'm in my 30s, I feel like it wouldn't be bad to go back to it. But I have played ODST and Halo Reach both in the last like 3 years. So if I was to skip a series and move to something else, I probably would skip Halo, because I probably can wait a few years before I come back to that. But yeah, it's just fun to go back to series of games that I haven't experienced in a long time, because it's crazy how much you forget. You think you remember a lot about a game, but you tend to totally forget stuff. All right, Vita games. I got Child of Light. This was another part of the buy two get one. Sorry, everything's kind of not staying in the frame. So Child of Light, good game to pick up for the Vita. I have not played this yet, but this is one of the two that I was really telling myself that I want to be able to try to track down to play on this PlayStation TV. And then the one I have played to test out my PlayStation TV is Ys Memories of Celceta. So I've been like in a huge Ys kick. I don't have any major loyalty to or any significant history to the series. I just find it to be a good series that I missed out on. So I got Ys, and I couldn't get a case for it, so it is what it is. I just wanted to be able to play it though. And again, that was part. All these GameStop stickers are part of buy two get ones. DuckTales Remastered was also a part of GameStop buy two get one. I just took the stickers off. I played this game in like 2 nights and pretty much beat it. There's an ending boss that it just got frustrating, and I just was like, I don't think I'm gonna keep with it. But I pretty much beat the game. I don't want to deal with getting so frustrated that it wastes so much time. So I did like this game, but I can see why it got a lot of criticism. But for what it was, I enjoyed it. I mean, it didn't really. I didn't spend more than like $15 for this, I think. But I'm glad I got it for the Wii U because then I could play it on just the gamepad, and I could play it on the gamepad and then watch a movie at the same time. So it was a good game, not bad. Just a splurge purchase. It was like right before Christmas. I saw at GameStop. This was $19.99, and I will tell you, I mean, I played this game a few nights on the days that I had off in between Christmas and New Year's, and I had so much fun playing this game. This was probably one of the most fun games I've ever played in the last like decade. That just is pure fun. It makes you question like, what am I doing and why am I doing this? But you push aside those questions, you just think that, man, this is so fun. Like, I just want to drive around and use the boost thing to try to score and try to prevent the other team from scoring. Like, I don't play this online, but just playing with bots was just a lot of fun. You can play like a season mode, or you can just play like a few matches, and it's just a lot of fun. And it's like, if I don't touch this game for another 2 or 3 years, and then all of a sudden I boot up my PlayStation 4, dust it off, and I still have fun again with it, it's just worth the $20 that I paid, and I'm glad that I have it. It's just a lot of fun, and if you are looking for a fun game that you can play with one other person sitting there with you, or you just want to play by yourself, it is just a tremendously fun experience, and I'm glad that they made this game. A game that I got off of eBay, and again, it was a part of the $15 off eBay deal, the one that I got Victor Vran with. This was, I think, $28, which is pretty good because I know Flint Hook has been kind of around like the $35-$40 range, and $28 is what they're asking for. Buy it now. So with the eBay coupon, it actually like shows you how much it takes off when you actually check out. So it was like around $23, which was awesome because I mean it included the CD soundtrack, and I don't really plan to be jamming out to this the soundtrack, but it's still cool. I mean, I'm not gonna complain about having that included. But $23 for Flint Hook is I mean, I'm glad that I didn't buy it off of limited run and just waited, because I feel like I've been doing that a lot more with some of their releases. I just wait and I don't buy it, because I know that there will be people that will probably just get tired of it and will sell it. There's a few others that I'm thinking about doing that with, but I'll just continue to show them into future videos, I guess. A few more buy two get ones that I did that I have not played yet, but I plan to. I mean, they're good RPGs that I just wanted to have in my collection, and I'm not real crazy about getting cases for the handheld games, but this is Dragon Quest 9 for the DS, and this is Dragon Quest 4 for the DS, and I tried to do some research on which were the best Dragon Quest games on the DS, and I think there were four total, and these are two of the decent ones. I can't remember if five was also good. I don't know enough about Dragon Quest to have an opinion, but I do know that, obviously Dragon Quest is a really good franchise to get involved with, and so I don't regret picking these up because especially since that GameStop's not going to have these around forever, so I went ahead and got them. A game that I recently got off of Amazon, and this is a game that it shot up in price and then it kind of stabilized and came back down a little bit. I mean, I'm not real. I don't really care about like the value and the price of a game. I just want to be able to play something, and I want to be able to I want to get in on the game before it skyrockets in price and I have to spend, four times of what it originally was. But Cat Quest is a game that is a indie action RPG. It's kind of like, it's not top down. It's kind of like angled down perspective, and it's a very cutesy RPG. I hate that I just said that word, but that's really what it is. It's got like an obsession with cats in this game, but you are fighting against like enemy dragons that are like throughout the world, and there's other things that you're fighting against too. But you're just constantly like doing things, doing little missions, and trying to. I haven't really gotten into the game that much. I think I probably only put in like 2 hours into it, but it's pretty good if you just want like a laid back RPG, not anything that's so overly cumbersome that it takes so much effort to really get into the game. I've been playing it lately while watching movies and stuff, but it's something I'm happy I got. Somebody gave me. I won a contest over Christmas, and it was like a $25 gift card. So it basically made this game free. So this was the game I got with that gift card. So I was kind of trying to figure out what to use the $25 on. I'm glad that this was what I got because I feel like this is going to be a harder game to track down eventually. One last thing that I got, and I'm going to show you. I have it up here on the screen. If I've never shown my setup, what I do is I have two TVs in this room, and this is basically like my room that my son plays in, and I have a futon on the floor, a futon mattress, and then I just recently put my desk over there. But I have a TV mounted on the wall, and then I have a TV down in this entertainment center. But on this TV, I have what do I have synced up with this? I think the Wii U's on this, and I have my PlayStation TV, and then this is my Raspberry Pi. And so I won't show a lot of this, but this is what I bought is a preloaded ROM. It's an SD card that's got ROMs on it that all I had to do was just plug it into the Raspberry Pi, and it's got 12,000 games. And so I can show some games that I can, but it's got tons of different consoles that are just some that I don't ever plan to ever have, but it was a splurge purchase that I made. This was money that I just had in my PayPal that I just was like, what the heck, I'll just get it. Because I don't ever really use my Raspberry Pi because I the one SD card that I did have in there was kind of a mess. And so it was just a nice purchase to just buy it already done. I don't have to worry about trying to mess around with ROMs and stuff. But a lot of these are full set collections. You can kind of see down in the corner, it'll say how many games it has. But like I'll go to, it's got Super Nintendo hacks. Super Nintendo has 889 games in it. Super Graphics, what is that? Super Famicom is actual Super Nintendo games, just PAL and European and Asian games that the United States never got. I want to get to like it does have PlayStation and it's got 26 games in PlayStation. And then the cool thing is that it'll do like a little preview of the game, of what's in there. But 26 games is pretty much like just like basic PlayStation games that would hold somebody over. Like I could add more to it, but because PlayStation games have so much memory, it's hard to really download more and put them in. A lot of them don't play. Some of them play, like this Crash Team Racing plays. But that's just like the preview. So like R type. So it's cool, I think. The biggest thing that I think I liked about it is all the different emulators that are on there. That like all you gotta do is just pretty much add more to it, if you want. But you gotta worry about how much space. The SD card is like 128 gig, um, which is a good amount of space. Where's the There's one that's arcade. So it's got Nintendo DS. It doesn't have very many games. Nintendo 64 has got 300. Um, but the one main reason why I bought this was for, well, Game Boy Advance has basically a full set. But the main reason I bought this was for, where the heck? The Dreamcast is in there. Where's arcade? There's 3,000 arcade games that are, another way of calling it is MAME, and there's just so many arcade games in here, um, and a lot of them are shooters, like so many different shooters. It's crazy, um, but like, and they all play really well too. But like I haven't really come into contact with very many games that are just like a bust. So the person that put this together did a really nice job, and they have other SD cards that I was considering buying that aren't isn't too bad. So all this SD card then costs like around 70 bucks. But it's awesome if if you don't plan on, like I don't really plan on buying any more Sega Genesis games. I don't plan on buying any Game Boy Advance games. Super Nintendo, I'm pretty much done. And if you just want something that, if you just want something that you can just, plug it in, start it up, and boom, you can play these games and you can save them, and then you can turn it off, and then you can come back and play it again. It's awesome. But again, this is running with just RetroPie, and I'm sorry, RetroPie is the program that runs this off of Raspberry Pi, which is what this is. And yeah, it's ask me questions about it if you want me to explain anything in the comments below. But those are the games I got. Let me know if you've gotten anything cool recently, and I will catch you later.